Welcome back to Makal and Zach. Michael, which Rich Alvarez project are we looking at today?
Oh, hi, Zach. Today we're going to be looking at his movie called Cannibal Holocaust, which he made in 2007, right before Stupid Mario Bros. This
joke is only funny if people know your content, because this is going up on my channel. Introduce yourself, and we'll talk about this music.
What'd you say?
Introduce yourself.
My name is Makal James Shadakal, and Matt said, "Do you want to watch Cannibal Holocaust?" And I was like, I'm really anti-Holocaust. Everyone should know that about me. So I wasn't so sure about that, but I am very pro-cannibal. So I thought, this will be a good movie to check out.
Just a very calming movie. Nice scenery shots, nice calm acoustic music. This is the most inappropriate opening music for any movie. Because it's so pleasant. And this movie is so fucked up.
The conquest of the moon, for example. Who talks about it anymore?
Yeah, who talks about the fucking moon landing? No one cares about that.
Fuck the moon landing.
This is one of the most widely banned films. Not hard to figure out why. It allegedly had real murders. It actually has actual animal murders. And even aside from that, there's a lot of murder and rape in this movie. The people they just gunned down are not a part of the cannibals.
Oh.
This is...
Weren't they eating people?
Okay, they might be cannibals. You got me there.
They're eating something.
Yeah, you got me there. They might be cannibals. But
you eat a little human meat? You're a cannibal.
What do you mean? It's absurd. If I eat vegetables, I don't become a vegetarian. I can eat one person and not be a cannibal. And it's not technically illegal to eat people. It's just generally considered desecration of a body. If they say you can eat them, you're allowed to eat them. There's like a British comedian who's like, his friend was like having an amputation or something, so he like got the hand and ate it. He's like, look, it's illegal for me to eat this hand. Haha, I'm a cannibal and it's legal.
You just go out in public eating the person. I'm eating a person. Oh god, why would I do this? Oh, but it's super legal. Ooh, you can't do anything about it.
There's no piranhas here. Come on.
There's no piranhas because they couldn't afford to film them. That is actually true. They had a scene with piranhas and they couldn't afford to film it.
You know when something doesn't go right, you don't have to acknowledge it. You can just ignore it, and that will make people just not even think about it. So many movies do that.
Do what?
So many movies and shows do that. Like, explain why something didn't happen.
Well,
it's like a cast member failing to show up for like a TV show shoot, and then them saying, "Where's Poochie?" Oh, hey, it's leopard.
The subtitles literally say jaguar, Michael.
Fuck. A cheetah. Oh, look, a panther.
Oh, man, it's a lion. Weird that there's a house cat in the jungle.
Oh, I was about to fucking say house cat.
Got him.
It's cool cat. Whoa. Oh.
Yeah, that's probably real.
God damn it. Oh, that's so fucking bad.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, now I'm just sad.
Oh, that's good shit.
Did you just take a hit of something?
I just popped open a can.
Alright.
I don't know if it was close enough to the mic to hear, but...
Well, I heard you and your timing was really bad.
Oh, yeah, fucking... Sodomizing this woman with a giant rock. That's some good shit. I love the titles of the songs. Adulteress's Punishment, Massacre of the Troop, Crucified Woman, Relaxing in the Savannah, Savage Right, Drinking Coco.
This is supposed to demonstrate their good intentions.
Attempting to murder him demonstrates good intentions.
Yeah, man, I mean, that's how I met most of my friends. It's like, hey!
Completely butt-ass naked while they were trying to kill you.
Hey! You survived attempt number 3. Come on, buddy, let's go get a drink.
Hakuna Matata, indeed.
Yeah. It is a wonderful phrase.
Did Lion King rip off Cannibal Holocaust?
You know, this movie did take place after Kimba. It could be a Kimba ripoff. It could be a Kimba. Because you see, that guy has a gun. And there were definitely people with guns dressed in a similar fashion, walking through the woods or the jungle in Kimba.
Mm-hmm. And there's definitely a lot of dead bodies in this movie, just like in Kimba.
Yeah. And then there was also that scene where they slit that animal's throat with a knife in Kimba. Not even really slit, just kind of like stuck it in.
Well, that was the sequel series.
This right here is pleasant sounding music. This could be like fucking Sonic Adventure 2 Chow Garden. They were just having some fun with his dick right there. Ooh.
I think that's the first time anyone has ever mentioned Sonic Adventure 2 while watching a naked man get fondled by native women.
It just reminds me of Sonic Adventure too much. Honestly, Cannibal Holocaust potentially ripped... Oh wait, no, the timing's off. Sonic Adventure 2 ripped off Cannibal Holocaust.
You know, this movie seriously fucked a couple movies in Britain when they were making the banned video nasties list. A lot of films got persecuted just for having the word cannibal in the title. So there's this movie called Cannibal Man. It's like a Spanish movie, I think. It is so fucking tame. It's about as violent as, like, Psycho or Peeping Tom.
Yeah.
But because it was called Cannibal Man, it got banned.
It just became, like, a keyword, like, do not use this in your movie.
Yes.
And you know what? We're also going to ban the word can and hall. Just because they sound kind of similar.
What is this Schindler's List shit about the Holocaust? Sounds a lot like Cannibal Holocaust. Banned.
Did anyone in this movie ever go off to do anything, like, big?
No, but yes. A lot of them are infamous for this movie now.
Yeah.
The one main guy here, the dude with the mustache, he was in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, but it was a very small role.
But it was a what?
It was a very small role.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I don't recognize him.
Yeah, he was like a boat captain. Tugboat captain. I said this was one of the most widely banned films. I don't believe it is the most widely banned film. I have looked into it. I can't find out what is. But the answer seems to be the Cannibal Holocaust ripoff, Cannibal FEROX.
Cannibal Holocauster.
I think Cannibal FEROX is so much worse than Cannibal Holocaust. Because
I am not interested in seeing it.
It does all of the same shitty stuff that they did in the production of this film, but in pursuit of being a ripoff. Like, I will defend some of the stuff in this film. It is decent filmmaking, and I think there is a message to it.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's definitely a movie that takes me past my comfort zone, but it's also like it was something I was planning on seeing once. It's a very famously controversial film, and I felt like I should see it just because I love movies, and I mean I need to see the ones with a lot of history too, whether they're actually enjoyable to watch or not.
Yeah,
and there is some enjoyment to this, just not certain parts.
I would argue if you can stomach it, you should watch this movie at least once.
Yeah, I can stomach it. It's just, I feel fucking, I don't like watching video of an animal get tortured.
Yeah. So it's like Cannibal Holocaust has positive aspects to it that I can defend, which I can absolutely not say about Cannibal FEROX.
Gotcha.
So it's all of the negatives of Cannibal Holocaust with none of the positives.
I will say that it is not a terribly shot film, and that I agree with you 100% that the score is actually pretty good.
There's a message to the movie, but I'm realizing now how bad the pacing is and how long it takes to get to that part of the movie. Because we're only just now 47 minutes in getting to the part where they go into the jungle with the film crew.
Is the film's message, hey kids, don't eat people?
No. The message of the film is sort of about sensationalist media. Which is a topic I think has become more and more relevant since this film's release.
Yeah.
Because this crew goes into the jungle to get footage of this, savage cannibal tribe to show how terrible they are. And then they get there, and the savages aren't as savage as they want them to be.
Yeah.
So they very deliberately provoke the savages to get the footage they want.
Yeah. That's pretty bad.
Yeah. And that's a very extreme example of what we see a lot in the media.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I hear you, yeah.
Hate to bring up anything topical, but it is a bit topical at the time we're recording this.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And I don't care if you bring up anything topical. Is it still topical by the time this comes? I mean, probably, yeah.
Yeah, this will be out in like 3-4 weeks.
Yeah. And I would assume it's still topical by then.
I don't think it is perfect in delivering that message. The pacing is bad, and I also think, like, the people they go poking around with are not as innocent as maybe the premise suggests they should be. But I get the message. I understand the message. And I kind of appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, you can like aspects of a film while acknowledging the negatives too.
Yes.
I am a full believer of that. It's the same thing as liking a movie that has an actor that's done something shitty in it, you know?
Yeah, well, I will go on record that, like, there are films I enjoy that I think have a bad message. You know?
There's episodes of TV shows that I like that have bad messages.
Oh yeah.
I think
Oh, yeah.
that,
Rick and Morty is a show that has a lot of bad messages.
I think, Rick and Morty, not to get way too off topic here, has a very cynical message, and there's some good and bad in it. I think that season 4 of Community has some bad messages. I think even something as innocent as Steven Universe has an episode with a bad message.
I think it is important to acknowledge, like, hey, I enjoy this film even if these things are perhaps problematic about it.
Yeah.
And as on the flip side of that, you know, a film like Cannibal Holocaust, where I go, I don't like the film, but I acknowledge what it's doing, and I agree with that.
Yeah, you're going to be able to show a lot of good footage, Matt, in a YouTube video. You're going to be able to show shots of them walking in a forest. And that's about it.
Yeah.
Just play Shark Tale footage every time. Every time there's an inappropriate scene.
Well, I was gonna find, like, relevant stuff for, like, oh, they're cutting open a turtle. I'm just gonna, like, play footage from, like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something.
Just make it, like, the cutest shit every single time something awful is happening.
If I were in New York right now, I'd probably be out shopping.
Haha, women be shopping.
They always like to be shopping.
You see, they're not into it either.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that reaction from her could have been very real. Oh,
yeah.
God.
There are some very real reactions in this movie.
Yeah. God damn it. God damn it. I want to be funny. I want to make this an uplifted thing. I just don't know how to make jokes while watching something like this.
Yeah.
I've heard about what this movie does. I've always heard about it. It's not like I was oblivious to it. It's just like, now I'm actually looking at it, and it's horrible.
Yeah, this is the scene that is the hardest for me to stomach.
I was gonna say soundtrack, I want to fucking kill myself. I'm trying to improvise them on the spot, you know. Biting every finger off individually. The sun. A nice day. A nice sunny day. That one wasn't very good. I stuttered too much. Cut it out. Cut it out, Matt. Cut it out. If you don't cut it out, I'll fucking come for you, alright? I don't know where you live, but...
You'll come for me?
Yeah. Yeah!
Sexy.
Wink, wink. Okay, I'm a little worried about the controversy, though, Matt, so let's just say I'm Zach, okay? Zach joined you for this one. Makal was a good boy. Makal just wanted to watch Rich Alvarez's other projects. Makal wanted to do a commentary on Adam Sandler's Pixels. But Zach was like, nope, doing the Cannibal movie.
I don't know, I might rather watch this than Pixels.
Yeah, maybe.
Hard call. Pixels does have Peter Dinklage, so that gives it the edge.
Can we just watch Wabu instead next time, Matt?
I already watched Wabu. That's been done.
They're like a movie that got banned where most... I mean, and you can watch it now, but most of the footage is gone. It's like just this like freak show movie where they actually got people who were part of a real freak show act to be in it.
Oh, Todd Browning's Freaks. It is literally sitting right here on my desk next to me.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was 80 minutes, and like now it is a little over 60 because the entire ending got gutted.
Yeah,
by the studio.
And I know about that, and it's just like unfortunately not saved. So it's a piece of history that's gone.
One of the videos I have made for Banned Films Week is films that have gotten lost because of a ban. And I actually didn't include the ending of Freaks, and I feel like retrospectively maybe I should have.
Well,
The movie still exists in a more or less complete form, but the uncut version is lost.
Do you think it's a fair statement to make that the reasons this movie was so frowned upon back then, some of them are the same as they are today, as they would be today, but some of them were also different? As in, there might be some things that they watched in this movie that didn't offend them that would offend people today, but there's stuff that offended people back then that doesn't offend people today.
Maybe. I'm gonna say mostly no. I'm gonna say most of what this made this film infamous is still going to be a problem today.
I would agree with that mainly because I feel like a lot of the rape scenes and the animal abuse I feel like is a big, largely frowned upon. I think one of the big ones is people would just assume that it's not real today. I don't think that would be a controversy.
Yeah, that is one thing. I mean, in the 80s, everything was so low quality that, half of the reason you couldn't make this today is because it would look too clean, too polished. It wouldn't look real. No one would buy that this is real.
Yeah, even on low resolution, some of the practical effects do look pretty convincing, but there is also like I said, there's shots where it literally looks like they're painting on their stomachs.
Yeah. And that's a lot of how films like this happened back in the day, where it was like, oh yeah, there's a real murder in this, and people believed it because it was VHS quality. I will say, on the topic of rape, the BBFC, when they were banning films for the Video Nasties list, were incredibly sensitive about sexual violence.
Yeah.
So there were 1 or 2 movies that got banned that were relatively tame in all departments. They just had a little sexual violence, and that's what ended up getting them banned. There's a film called Visiting Hours, and I am positive the only reason it got banned is because there's a scene where this woman is about to have sex with the killer, finds out he is a murderer, and then she tries to leave, and he forces her down and has sex with her.
Mm-hmm.
So I am positive that film only got banned because of that single scene. Because other than that, it is pretty tame.
Yeah.
Unlike this movie, which is
we're
very
watching
fucked
it.
up in every way. The most infamous scene.
Is this one that a lot of people were very convinced it was real?
Yes.
It's a very well done effect, and honestly, you say it's most infamous, I think it's it's a special effect. It feels like one of the more tame things about the movie, honestly. It's just
yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that.
Yeah.
It does feel a bit tame, but people were fully convinced that was just a dead body on a pike.
Yeah.
And
you see, we shouldn't be so mean to Logan Paul. He was just trying to reenact his favorite movie. Is that one not okay to make?
I'm fine with it. It's going on my channel, so fuck it.
It's definitely not pro Logan Paul.
You motherfucker!
I can't believe they keep saying the F word. Such naughty language.
Yeah, I can see why this movie got into some controversy. Alright, you know what, Matt? I am completely down with animal abuse. But when someone says The F word. That's when they're going a little too far.
I can excuse animal abuse, but I draw the line at swearing.
Jesus Christ, Matt.
That's why I asked you beforehand, like, are you okay watching this?
Yeah, no. And I didn't know exactly how bad it was. But I mean, you know, I will never watch that again. I did not enjoy that, but I'm not angry at you for I'm not angry at you for showing it to me, and I was completely down with whatever I was getting myself into.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we've said it all already, you know.
Yeah.
There's good aspects to it, but it goes too far. It's not... You know, it's not the most tasteful, it's not the most well-paced.
Yeah.
But it has something going for it.
Yeah. I like the score, and I think if someone who wasn't an absolute madman made it, maybe it could have been a good movie.
Deodato's made some good films. I like Live Like a Cop, Die Like a Man. Yeah. This is forever his legacy.
Yeah.
Cannibal Holocaust.
I mean, you know, there's two pretty major things for me that set it back from being something, you know, that I could like enjoy. You know, there's two, but they're two really, really impossible things to overlook.